What's up guys, it's Young Man's Daily Red Pill, back with another upload. Thank you for clicking on today's video. If you enjoy any of the content, be sure to drop a like and possibly subscribe. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about my response to Tripp Advice's latest live stream, which was his ultimate advice for every 20-year-old starting in 2020. And I completely disagreed with most of the points that Tripp Advice decided to make in this video. The first point that he made that was completely wrong was that if you are in college, you should not be dealing with any women. But if you're not in college, then that's a different story. Then you can deal with women. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you focus on women at all, especially in your 20s? And just because you're not in college doesn't mean you should be focusing on women. So I don't understand that logical point that he was trying to make. That doesn't make any sense. There's no logic in that point actually at all. Why would you spend time focusing on women when you yourself have decided not to go to school? Why would you be focusing on her and some other woman that's supposedly supposed to add value to your life if you're dating her, instead of focusing on your career and what you can build? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why he would give out that information to 20-year-olds. I'm 22 myself, and honestly, guys, that was a horrible advice tip that he could have given. And there was about a couple thousand people that were watching live. And unfortunately, I'm sure a lot of these people got misled information. I know he's a dating coach, but this is a terrible thing to say, especially to young men nowadays. You are basically creating simps out there by saying that they should be focusing on women if they're not in school. Because we all know, like 60% of people don't go to school, 60% of high school graduates don't go to further their education. So you're telling me that 40% of men shouldn't, but the other 60% should get into relationships? Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me at all. He also said to the people that are going to college that once you hit around 25 years old, then you should be looking to secure a relationship with a woman. What the hell? He said once you are established as a 25-year-old, you should then be looking to secure a relationship with a woman. Now, if you're a red pill aware man, or if you are going your own way in your MGTOW, you know that this is some bullshit. You know that this is horrible advice. When you're 25 years old, you should definitely not be looking for a relationship. Definitely not. Especially in your peak SMB years, you're headed up towards your peak SMB, which is around like 35 to 50. And if you're 25 years old and you're already in a relationship, I mean, there's room to improve. If that relationship fails, hopefully you won't get married, but I'm saying there's room to improve. If you're in that relationship right now and it doesn't work out, by the time you hit 30, you might have still a little bit of time to recover. But saying that after you get your degree and you busted your ass, that you should settle down in a relationship when you're 25 or your late 20s, as Tripp Advice said, is horrible. That is horrible advice. He's tripping advice. He's literally tripping. That is a bad thing to say to these young men out there. And I'm here to let you guys know, if you're watching this video and you clicked on it because it had Tripp Advice in the title, don't listen to that. Do not focus on women when you're in your 20s at all. Even when you're in your 30s, when you're in your 40s, don't. If you want to have a little side chick or a rotation of women, that is completely fine. But to give the to deal with women in a monogamous way and possibly get into a long-term relationship and lose half of your assets and your income and what you've built and you've worked your ass off for, is horrible advice. Horrible. So I felt like I needed to make this video for you guys because there's a lot of people that follow this guy. He almost has a million subscribers on YouTube, guys. And he's giving out some horrible advice. I know he's a pickup artist or a dating coach, but this was terrible advice for any 20-year-old person to hear, or someone that's about to enter their 20s. Don't listen to this guy. Do not listen to his advice when it comes to dating, and that's just horrible advice. He's setting you up to get trapped. This guy's in a relationship himself, I'm not trying to talk shit on his channel at all. I'm just saying, when I watched this live stream, I'm not subscribed to this guy at all. But when I watched this live stream, it was recommended to me. I just found all of his points were completely wrong. I like the fact that he said to focus on your career and focus on college. But then he said when you get into your 20s, mid to late 20s, that you should be focusing on women. I totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. And I understand it's a business and he's a pickup artist, like I said before, but there's just something that hit me wrong about that. Focus on your careers, guys. Focus on your purpose. And if you really want a relationship, the women will come to you if you do that. I just wanted to address this with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But I was just a little bit like taken back by his advice that he was giving the young 20-something-year-olds. I thought it was really bad advice. I agreed with a few of his points, like focusing on your purpose, like I said earlier. But the majority of the video was very like off-putting, and he had a lot of fallacies within his statements. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm out of here.